And we're back. Why do I say that every week? I need a new saying. Let's see. Let's start inviting some people. Right to the live. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? What's going on? If y'all see me, I'm inviting people to the live. Share the live. Invite some people. Tell a friend. Share with a friend. We're on here. Let's see who's going on. Song inspired. Oh, that song. She's here. On time. Wow, lady, you're on time.
Hey, I try.
Actually, early. Wow, I'm so proud of you guys. So professional. Hold on, I'm inviting people to the live, so
Okay.
let me start inviting my people to get up here.
I'm gonna sit here and sip my water and mind my business.
You know something, that's a good thing. That's always a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sip your water and mind your business. How you doing? Where's your counterpart? I'm trying.
She just came on. Is she's on mask
Okay,
off.
I got her. Ladies, y'all are here. Thank you. And I know y'all probably like why I reached out to you. And I'm gonna tell you why. I was sitting there watching y'all one Friday night, right? It was like a Friday night. I'm in the house. I don't know what it was, but I'm listening to y'all, and y'all was so inspirational. I was like, wow, I gotta tell the world about y'all. You know what I mean? I gotta spread the gospel. I felt inspired. You know what I mean? So I was like, so I think I reached out to y'all immediately. Was like, hey, I need y'all on the show.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. And the reason why is because y'all was definitely. I think you're on Instagram a lot, and you run into a lot of different people, different personalities, and not every time people are positive, but y'all definitely were positive,
Thank
and I
you.
appreciate that. And I think that's something definitely people need to hear about in their daily activities, especially with everything's going on in the world today.
Yeah.
So while I'm inviting people, why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
Awesome. Well, Jazz, you want to go first since it's mask off with
You
Jazz and so?
no, no, she didn't. How she gonna throw it back at me though? See, this
She
this
threw it
is the
right.
type of stuff that we do. Like you already started talking. Go ahead, song.
Okay, so I'm Song from Mask Off with Jazz and Song, also from Inspiring Beauty Keepsakes. So both of us have our own separate pages, and then we have a page together where we do our own podcast type shenanigans. We're still trying to label what it is because I call
Yeah.
it a podcast. Jazz says it's not a podcast because she don't want to do a podcast, but we do podcasty stuff, y'all. We know we have conversations. So.
Okay. Well, since we got y'all here, what got y'all started down this path?
Hmm. Jazz.
I knew you were gonna ask that, and I was really trying to gather my thoughts and try to say it in a way that didn't take up all the time because there's always a backstory to every backstory, but we are both saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. We love the Lord, but we're super real. And, we've experienced hurt from church, but we love God and we just like to just have real conversations. And I think sometimes we talk about stuff that maybe make some Christians feel uncomfortable because like
Mm.
we go there, like we talking about prostitution, pimps, hoes, all kind of stuff.
Wait
Like
a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
I'm
minute.
just
Side
saying, like
chicks.
we get real because we have life experiences with this stuff. So we talk about the stuff that you're not going to necessarily hear at church or from your pastor, but it's something that's going to be able to encourage you and build you up at the same time and not having you feel alone, or
Right.
shamefaced because of what you've been through. So, and
No,
I'm
I
Jazz, by the way.
and that's jazz and that's song. Well, everybody, please greet them. Say welcome
Hey.
to everybody. You know, But I think the thing is that is very important because it's one thing to be religious, but you're still a human, and I believe in Jesus, I believe in God,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't believe in the church.
Mm.
So that's my point of view.
Yeah.
But everybody's different. But so when I hear women like y'all that's out here, been through things, and y'all still out here, with your strong beliefs, and you're speaking so positive despite the things you went through, it's very, very inspiring. And
Right.
that's why I had y'all on. You know. So that was Jazz Song. What about you? Why'd you get started?
So a lot of like what she said, like when it really started, like we're cousins.
Okay.
But and we always, every time we get together, we have great conversations, and it's just real life stuff that we go through.
Yes.
Whether it's talking about past relationships that was jacked us up, had us doing stupid stuff, talking about our kids now, different things like that. We just have great conversations. And someone once told us, hey, you guys should have a podcast and talk about these conversations y'all be talking about.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
so I was like, yeah, let's do this. And she was like, no, I don't want to do that. And finally I convinced her, like, we should just start making videos. So we started, and it just kind of grew into like, we just enjoy having conversations and sharing it with people. And then we have people like you and other people who come to us and like, man, what you said like really inspired us. And we're just sharing our stories.
Yes.
And if it inspires people, we're really happy that we can do that. So
Well, thank you. I agree. Once again, I thank y'all for joining me tonight. And people, y'all see them, definitely follow these ladies. So the reason why I had a topic I wanted to talk about, and I really thought y'all was people I could bring on here and really help me out. Because today everybody's talking about I manifest this, I manifest that, I do this, I do that. All right, cool. You got it.
mm-hmm.
Now to me, it's like, okay, you work hard to get it, but what you gonna do to maintain it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what I look at. I look at like, people, they go work hard, they buy the house. They move into the house, but you pay the mortgage, cool. But yo, you gotta like mow the lawn, like trim the hedges, paint every while, keep the upkeep, and it's even more in relationships.
Right.
Like you meet the woman in your dream, and you like I met her, I got her, I got married to her. Now I still got to work to keep her. So
Right.
in your opinion, what is the thing you need to do to maintain?
Um, I'll jump on this first, then I'll send it over to the mindset coach. But
Okay.
so the first thing that comes to my mind is like your mindset is everything. Like if you don't change the way that you think, then you're not going to be able to maintain these things. So you see people who like win the lottery, or celebrities, or athletes who make it big, they get all this money, and then
Right.
5 years down the line, they don't have nothing to show for it no more, because even though they got all this stuff, they never changed their mindset to learn how to maintain it. Like you have to start studying, how do rich people actually stay rich? What are they doing? What are they like practicing? And the different goals. And sadly, in our community, it's changing, but for the most part, we're so used to trying to be flashy. We get money and we want everybody to know, like, I'm balling, and then we don't know how to hold on to that. Where you see actual like rich people, wealthy people, you can't even tell they're wealthy because they look like regular people. So same goes like with, if you take it over to relationship status, like you get into a relationship and you dating, and you cupcaking, and you on the phone, and you doing all this lovey-dovey stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
you get the person, you like, well, I ain't got to do all that stuff no more. I ain't about to cook. I'm not going to clean. I'm not taking her out on dates, buying her flowers. And then she like, I ain't doing my hair. I ain't got to do all this stuff because now I done pushed out these babies, and he should just be happy that he got me, type of stuff. And so when you feel like that, then that makes a person like, okay, well, you don't appreciate me anymore, so why should I stay? So that's where it gets really hard, when you don't change your mindset. You think, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal, because if I have them once, I'm always gonna have it. And that's not the way it works. Every day you got to wake up saying, this is what I'm going to do in my life, and I'm going to stay focused on these goals, and And then I'll pass that over to Jazz.
Yeah, you know I wanted to touch on that.
I know you did.
All right, Jazz, tear it up.
All I'm gonna say, y'all. Okay, can I be real?
You can be
I can be
100%
real
real.
on here, right?
You could
Okay.
curse. You could do whatever you want to.
Listen, this is all I'm gonna say. I've been married now almost 6 years. When I got married to my husband, I was in tip-top shape. I was cooking every day, doing all of these things because that's how I was groomed, that this is what you do to get your man. But then how to keep your man was a totally different story. When you grow up and you don't see successful marriages, successful relationships, it's kind of like a hit or miss type of thing, and you got to learn. It's like a trial and error type of situation. So anyway, I'm married now. I'm comfortable, kind of almost like what Song was saying. I'm comfortable. I'm not doing my meal preps. I ain't working out no more. I'm like, look, you got me, right? You love me. Like, we good. I'm glad that you love me. And then I started lying to myself and telling myself, oh, he's happy with this. No, this ain't how he met me. He didn't meet me looking the way I look or not taking care of myself and not being disciplined in these areas. The Jasmine that he met was a disciplined Jasmine. Now, yeah, we're going to evolve over time, but I was letting myself go. I was worried about this and worried about that. And then I stopped taking care of myself. And then now we're here. So you have to really think in your mind and have that mental space where you're saying like, okay, wait, enough is enough. I'm about to get back disciplined. I'm going to work on myself. This is the maintenance thing that we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, I don't cook for my husband every day, but I still cook for him. We rotate on the thing. We're growing and we're learning how our marriage works. So what I thought was supposed to work at the beginning isn't necessarily what it is, but that's something that we got together and we came in agreement with mutually. With me taking care of myself, look, oh my God, I'm trying not to cuss. Listen.
Yo, do it if you
day, I'm a bad B. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at yourself in the mirror and you be like, man, I just let myself go. Like, what happened? Jazz, we can't do this. And I have conversations with myself like this in the mirror, like, what happened to you? We can't do this. You are so much better than this. Let's get it together. So, I got back on my stuff and I've, been dropping my weight. My husband can't keep his hands off me. And he just like, girl, I'm like, I know, that's okay. I'm getting myself back to where I was and being disciplined, falling in love with myself, falling in love with the process, falling in love with just being better. And that whole maintenance thing, it starts with a decision. You have to decide, even with your home, you have to decide that you're going to pay somebody to go out there and pull in weeds or do whatever that needs to be done. Yeah. It's not enough just to say you have a house, but like you said, how are you maintaining it? What are you doing? And sometimes you got to put your money where your mouth is.
No, I agree. So what, something you sound like a success story. Actually, you woke up and you said, hey, I need to change. I need to get back to being me. Yeah. What made you do that? Because, this day a lot of people are like, love me for who I am.
And I was
accept me how I come.
I was on that, but when you have people who love you, and Song is one of my accountability partners, so she is a person that is allowed to speak into my life and be like, yo, what is you doing? You said
even when she cussed me out.
So you cuss Song out?
I don't cuss her out, but I will look at her crazy and do all that stuff. But sometimes you need people in your corner to remind you of what it is that you said. And literally, like, so since we started this podcast, we've been taking more pictures. We've been having more opportunities to speak. And I saw a picture of myself and I was like, who is that? I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then, it can spiral into depression if you let it. And I was very sad about it because, like I said, I have super high self-esteem. My mom says she don't know where I get that from. I don't know, but praise God for it. And I really love myself. But when I looked in the mirror and I saw myself not looking how I wanted to look, and because I love myself, I decided that it was time for me to change and that I had to stop making excuses for why I just pretty much let myself go.
Okay. I totally get that. And I understand that. And that's relatable that you go through things and you say, yo, I got to change. But did anybody say anything to you, or was it just you that said, yo, I'm tired of this? Or, you know what I mean?
It was no, didn't nobody say anything necessarily, like, especially my husband. I'm so grateful for him because I've seen a lot of throw it off marriages where people be like, man, you fat. Like, you can't, like, I wouldn't be able
Wow.
to take that. But he literally loved me through not loving myself and like, he encouraged me, hey, you gonna go to the gym, or you gonna meal prep today, you gonna do that. And I got like little subtle things like that, but it was never like you're too big and you're not good enough for me. I really think that would have been something that would have torn me down more than built me up. But you, like I say, you just really have to make a decision, and whatever it is that you're doing, that you are just going to be the best version of yourself. And I'm going to shock myself and surprise myself this year just what I can really do when my mind is made up. And I decided that even if there's something that I don't want to do or that I'm scared to do, I'm gonna do it anyway. I hate the Stairmaster. I do it anyway because I hate it.
Yeah, I feel you. I do not like the Stairmaster. That's like hell. Like, but I see women on there going at it like for hours. I'm like, yo, how the hell y'all doing
You're
that? Like, that
right.
thing is crazy.
It takes a lot of mental discipline. And I remember when she had called me one day and she was like, yeah, I'm about to go to the gym. And I was like, you got this, Jazz, you got this. And she was like, and I would get on the Stairmaster. And I was like, ooh.
Right.
I can't help you with that, because
So,
I was like, I was on the Stairmaster once and it took my legs out. I just stopped moving completely.
I was like, thanks. Real
so,
encouraging.
so you know something? Y'all said something really important. Mental discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you do to get mentally prepared? You know, like I know y'all rooted in faith,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that helps. But what do y'all do to get mentally prepared? Like, because, you know, starting a podcast, I know you're putting yourself out there. You know, you're getting out there. People going to see you that never seen you before. People going to watch you. You're going to get trolls. You know what I mean? You're going to get criticized, you know. But so what made y'all mentally prepared to take y'all on these new journeys?
So I think the biggest thing is like the power of your words, what you're saying, what you're confessing. And so we went through last September? We went on this fast together. Well, it wasn't even like a fast together, but we went on this consecration, and we just started like writing down what our declarations were going to be, what we wanted to see from the manifestation of our podcast, like, and just learning to be consistent. And one of the things that I do social media management, one of the things that I tell my clients is like, it doesn't matter if nobody is on there watching you, still get on there and make the video. If you got to go live and you don't, and it says 0, get on there and do it, because you have to be accountable to yourself first. And that's the thing that me and Jazz, and we were recording one time and her daughter walked in and was like, nobody's even on there. And we was like, shut up, get out of here. We don't care what you think, okay? Because we're doing this because we know this is eventually, people are going to see it and it's going to grow. But we have to be accountable to ourselves first. Because if we're only doing it because we want people to watch us, then it's not even going to mean anything. And that's the same thing like when she was saying she had to start losing weight and getting healthy for herself before she did it for her husband. Because if we do stuff for other people, it never lasts, it never sticks. And you have to make it a decision in your heart that I'm going to do this for me. I want to be successful because this is what I know I'm called to be.
Yeah.
So when you know it's something that you're supposed to do, like we know this is what we're supposed to be doing. We know we're supposed to be influencing people and speaking to people. Everywhere we go, we don't even have to be in front of a camera. We're going to talk to people.
Talk to somebody.
Wow, yeah, I noticed that. Y'all get out there and y'all have fun and y'all live a great life.
Yep.
But you know something is, I think one of the beautiful things is that y'all relationship, how y'all hold each other accountable. Like how she said she was going down the path and you said, hey, yo, what you doing? Like, and I think that, a lot of people don't really have those relationships where people hold them accountable. People give them yes, or they lie to you to tell you what they think you hear, or they just may tell you anything to get you out of their face. So so how important is your relationships in your success in life?
Listen, you opening up a whole can of worms. I'm gonna try to say this real quick,
Look,
y'all.
ladies, talk, man. I got y'all on here to do y'all thing. So
okay,
do y'all thing.
Well, I appreciate it. So just give me a
I
moment.
feel like this story comes up almost every time we talk.
It does. So like Song was saying, we're cousins by marriage. So my mother married her uncle.
Okay.
They are now not together anymore, but we're still family, period, right?
Absolutely.
So, in a season, the reason why it's so crucial for us, like, to be together and, like, just we've stood the test of time. The reason why I was doing some real dumb stuff some years ago, and Song is a writer. She wrote me a 5-page letter on email. I got it. I still have the email to this day where she was like,
Wow.
look, I love you, but you doing the wrong thing and God is not pleased with what you're doing. Like, I just have to say this. I just want you to know I love you. And I mean, she came for me. And I was so upset. We stopped talking. Well, I stopped talking to her because I allowed offense and everything like that to sit in, because I never had nobody love me enough to talk to me like that and to tell me, like, hey, what you're doing is wrong and you're going to hurt yourself. Like, this isn't going to end the way that you're thinking is going to end. And because I love you, I'm trying to be honest with you and tell you the truth. And I respect her so much for that, because like you said, there are so many people who are yes men, yes women that'll just say whatever. But I know that when I talk to her, and if there's something that I'm going through, she's gonna give me the real. It may not be what I want to hear, it may not be how I want to hear it, but I know she's gonna be speaking from love. And because of that, our grandmother passed away, and we kind of
I'm
got
sorry
back
to hear that. My
together. And
condolences.
yeah, thank you.
She's amazing.
Woo, yeah. So that was a tough time, but it's always like these divine intersections where God just gives you another chance. And when you have people like that up in your life, like, you got to take advantage of that, because people are all about themselves nowadays, and they not really worried about you or really have your best interest at heart. So we've definitely been through a lot of good times, a lot of bad times. Our relationship has been tested and tested and tested, but I just thank God that we were able to find ourselves back together and for here, and it's all for a purpose.
All right.
Wow, that's beautiful. So Jazz is spilling the beans. Song, how about you? So you're a writer. So what
Yes.
do you write? Music?
I write
Short
books.
stories? I can see you can write a 5-page letter.
I can write a bunch. I've written a lot of 5-page letters in my life, but no, I actually have 4 books out. 3 of them
Wow.
are devotionals and journals, and then I also have one called Growing Pains, which I'm actually in the process of revising right now and putting it back out with a study guide. But that story, it really goes into, I call it my 7-year journey of going from going through divorce and becoming a single mom, and then the journey of healing from my parental abandonment wounds, just being out there being a hoe, just point blank out there hoeing and stuff, and I couldn't get my life together, and really on my journey to get back to where God had called me to be, because I grew up in church. I've always been a church girl, and I knew God had a plan for my life, but I didn't know how to get past being molested, or
Oh man.
growing up without a dad, being in a domestic violence relationships. How do I overcome all those things? And so I woke up one morning, my son was like 4 months old, and the Lord was like, you're going to write a book about how you got off welfare and became a successful single mom. And I was like, who is you talking about? Because this chick over here is a whole hot mess, and I'm still on welfare. I don't know what you're talking about. But through that time, when I started writing it, he just started healing things in my life, and I came off of those things, and I started getting my life together, and then I started mentoring other people. And that's really what the whole entire book is about, my journey and how it's helped other people. So that's my heart's book. And then my other books are devotionals, like 1-year devotionals. I have a 30-day devotional, just helping people to learn how to really connect to God in a transparent way. Like we are called Mask Off with Jazz and Song, and it's about just really being transparent. And Jazz had said something this morning when we were talking, and she was like, I wish I could just tell people, like, your prayer don't gotta be like, oh Father God, dude, like, just be real with God. Be like, listen, Lord.
People be complicating their relationship with the Lord, and it just really bothers me. But I'm trying to figure out how to say it in a way that's not going to offend people, because people are so easily offended. And I'm just like, we just don't have time for that. If you're just struggling, or if you need help, just say help. Like, help.
I think
that's a prayer.
Something like pride is so high right now.
Oh my God.
Everybody acts like they're so successful and everything, and you could be struggling. Like, and I think it's okay to say, "Yo, I'm not okay." You know, your story sounds. Go ahead.
Can we talk about that for a moment? Because
Absolutely.
we see so many, and I just finished doing a recording. On my YouTube, I have a series called "For the Love of Men," where I talk to men about healing toxic relationships and all things that they go through. And we just finished doing a recording about men, depression, suicide, and all and mental health and stuff like that. And these are things people don't talk about because men have been taught that they're supposed to just always have it together, just always look together. And it's the same goes with, you know, a lot of people. And we just, you know, see people every single day who are committing suicide. And you're like, like the, I'm losing her name right now. She just jumped off the building. Yes.
Oh, the Miss America.
Yeah,
very tragic story.
And I was talking to my dad today, and he was like, "But she was so beautiful." And I was like, "What does that have to do with the pain that you feel on the inside?" And sometimes people don't understand, like, you can have it all together on the outside and you look like you're doing good, and you could be really broken on the inside because we've been told that we're not supposed to say that we're not doing okay. Like, even when we talk to people, we're like, "Hey, how you doing?" But we don't really want to know how they doing, because if somebody really opens up and says, like, "I'm doing like crap, like I'm in a lot of pain, this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen," people don't know how to accept that. They're like, "Oh,"
or how to respond.
Well, I hope you get better on that. And so people just keep all that stuff inside and bury it, and then that's when they end up self-medicating or committing suicide or whatever the case. And you're like, "Oh, I didn't even know they was going through stuff." Well, that's because we've been taught we can't share what we really going through or how we really feeling. And that's why we feel like if we're transparent about the stuff that we go through, it gives other people a safe space to be transparent about what they go through too.
Wow. So you went from having a life of chaos, not knowing what you want to do, to a place where you are now full circle and you're helping other people on their road to success.
Yes.
That's a great accomplishment.
Thank you.
That's a great accomplishment. And I can only imagine your partner in crime was over here cheering you on also.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Like, listen, I will say, I know she says, like, I wrote her that letter and stuff, and I'm thankful because she's one of those people, even though she stopped talking to me, and I wasn't, it hurt my feelings a little bit. It did hurt my feelings, because we went from talking all the time, and I didn't talk to her for like 5 years, and I was like, this heifer. But I knew, you know, I want people to be enough to like tell me the truth. I'm a real, you know, a truthful person, and I'm like, tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. Like, if you see me walking around and I look crazy, you better tell me, else you ain't my real friend. But
I agree.
And so she's always honest with me, and she's always like cheering for me and rooting for me. Like, I just did, I think the recording that you saw, or the live that we did, it was from that day. I had just spoke at a conference, and she came all the way down from Phoenix, which is 3 hours from where I live, to just be there with me to encourage me. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, my cousin's speaking, I'm so proud." Like, she told all these people, and I was like, it's not that big of a deal.
She was more happy for you than you were for yourself.
It is.
I remember that. She said, yeah, she was like, my cousin is doing it. She went from listening to now she's the teacher.
Yes.
Yes. But you need cheerleaders like that in your life. So you need somebody who's going to cheer for you, and you need somebody who's going to tell you the truth about yourself, so that you can make sure that you're walking in the purpose that you're supposed to be in. Because you're never going to get to where you're supposed to be in life without having the right people around you. And if you got people that's just always telling you everything you're doing is right, and they never correct you, or you always got people always criticizing you and they never encouraging you, you're never going to see the greatness in you and be able to motivate yourself to do what you need to do.
You know something? I think it took me years to get to a place where I have a group of friends where I can actually say that if I'm going down the wrong path or I'm doing something stupid, they would definitely reach out to me. You know what I mean? Actually be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Like, you know, like, get yourself together, like, and actually try to give me advice to help me be a better person. Yeah. And I try to do the same for them. But, you know, like, it takes time before you get those relationships, unfortunately, you know, like, when we're growing up, we rely on our parents to do that. Then when we become adults, it's like you're out on your own, and nobody's really going to tell you, like, look, you need to get yourself together. You know, like, look, you know, you gaining too much weight. Look, you know, you just not taking care of yourself. Look, you can be doing better in life if you just take a few other steps. Right. So it's great that y'all got each other. And why you ain't talk to that woman for 5 years? You know you was wrong.
But I did. But you know, when you so ingrained in your sin, or when you're ingrained in what you're thinking is right, you don't want to hear what nobody else got to say. It didn't matter. It didn't matter how she could have said it or how she could have put it. I still was going to get upset and offended because what I was doing, I didn't want to stop.
Right.
You know, and like I said, I didn't have anybody in my life that would be honest with me and tell me, like, you know, this ain't gonna work out for your good. And it wasn't like she was even speaking death. She was speaking the truth. I just didn't want to hear it. So when you don't want to hear it, what you do, you just cut people off. That was super prideful, just crazy. But you know, here we are. Here we are.
But in her defense, like when she finally did, she didn't come like just to me to say it. She went on Facebook, wrote on my page, and I got his notification. It was like, Jasmine put a message on your page, and I was like, oh shoot, like I ain't talked to her.
She came for her.
She wrote on my page, and she wrote on there, and she was like, I just want to publicly say that I apologize to my cousin because she told me something years ago and I didn't want to hear it, but she loved me enough to say. And I was just like,
wow.
oh, like it takes a really humble person to like,
that is
him just come to me and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I treated you like that for years. She gonna tell the whole world like I messed up.
Wow, that's deep. That is deep. So you know something, I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually my show, we have a battle of the sexes thing, right? Like the ladies hate me. I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm real tough on them. But you know, I got high respect for your ladies. But y'all did bring up something that seemed to interest people, and you said the Hoe Phase. Now, listen, I want to touch on this for a second because
go ahead, because we had a whole conversation about side chicks. I love this conversation.
Okay, now the reason why I'm asking you, because now when I was married and when I got divorced, I went through a Hoe Phase. You know what I mean? Like where I was for the streets. Like I was running around acting a damn fool. Like I didn't care. I was emotionally detached.
Right.
So, and I think you mentioned yours was after divorce too.
I think everybody goes through this after divorce.
I think everybody goes. So
I was on the streets, and then I realized I just want to stay in a driveway. I don't want to be in the streets.
Yeah. Now I'm in the cul-de-sac. You know what I mean? I'm old and I'm more mature. You know, I don't go in the streets. I'm in the cul-de-sac. You know what I mean? But is there something wrong with going through that phase? I feel like I wouldn't have been the man that I am today if I didn't go through that phase.
I can't even argue with you on it because I feel like, and we had this conversation. I was like, and I told Jazz when I went to my stage, she was like, Song, you don't need to do this. And I was like, I hear what you're saying, but I ain't listening.
She was not listening to what I was saying.
Wow.
I was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna come back. I'll be back after a while.
So you wrote the letter. She gave you the talk.
Right.
She gave you the talk. She said, yo, what are you doing? And everything like that. And you know, like, but see, it was different for me. I was encouraged.
See, and I had some people encouraging me too. They was like, yeah, go do that because you know your marriage was bad. Like they was big, they was hyping me up. They was like, yeah, you deserve it after the stuff you went through in your marriage. You know, your husband sucked. I was like, you're right. I deserve it.
Word up. Like, yo, what about me? Like, why can't I just go out here and act a damn fool? Like I'm being responsible, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
But I don't understand. I think it's just that like you just want to be comfort, but you just don't really care about anybody but yourself at the point. You know, I cared about my kid. Right. You know what I mean? But everybody else, I was like, who you care? Family, yeah, you cool. But relationship wise, I was like, look, man, if you want to leave, you can go.
I feel like on a emotional type level, when after you've gone through a divorce, you're so broken, you're so angry and stuff, you really don't want to connect with somebody else. I never was trying to do it so that I can like get some new person. Like I don't want you in a relationship. I'm just trying to work out.
I just want that.
Right. I just want that. I'm just trying to work out some aggression I have and then you can go. Like, and then after you make it through that time, then you move on, you know, with your life, and then you can like take that time to really heal and process. And something that our grandma would say, and this is the advice that she gave to me and my brother when we went through our divorces and stuff. She was like, you know, after you end a relationship, take 2 years to really work on yourself before you jump into a new relationship. Because anybody you get with, like right after you're out of your divorce, you're a broken person, and you're going to give them a broken person. You're only going to attract broken people. So while I'm out here in the streets, I'm only getting broken people. Y'all broken, I'm broken. Let's not be together, but let's do this.
And
one
I was
thing.
breaking them even more.
Right. And then we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. And then like while I'm healing, I'm not trying to be bothered with none of y'all. So that like once I'm fully healed, then I can open myself to an actual relationship with somebody that's whole.
Right.
See, I didn't have that experience when I went through my whole phase. So after I got divorced, I was you know, when you have like daddy issues and not having daddy, I wanted love. So it was
I
like
was looking for you.
A whole love.
You
I
have
was getting all
daddy issues,
emotional and being all attached, and then won't let nobody go, and running bubble baths and doing wifely type stuff. You know, that's what my whole phase wasn't all that great, like maybe like other people's whole phases. So
She was going out into the street and bringing them back home. Like, let's.
Oh, you was the nurturing phase.
I'm from the South, okay? I'm from the country. I'm a Mississippi girl, so we want.
Oh, shout out to Mississippi.
We want to take care of you. I want to run your bubble bath and have you.
Oh man.
And have you blunt ready and all that stuff. That was me. I was that
ladies,
girl.
Hold on a second. Ladies, ladies that are normally watching? I know. Shout out to Tycoon. Shout out to Nay. Shout out to B Love. Do you hear the saying that she was running bubble baths and cooking? You know what I mean? I have a friend. I'm gonna say her name. I'm gonna say her name is. I'm gonna give her this. Her code name is Jazz. Kush, what's up? And I'll be telling them like, yo, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. But go back on it. So you was nurturing these guys and all that stuff.
She was doing Destiny Child cater to you.
I was, you know, dressing up, doing all this stuff. So I didn't really have like a good whole phase to where I could be like, let me just hit it and go about my business. I could never do that. Like I tried it, it just didn't work for me. So
you're such a good-natured woman. I was a straight savage. I'm gonna tell you what my story was like I was married, right? And I was married and I was going through with my wife and I gained a lot of weight. I was probably close. I was like 275. So then when she moved out, I'm sitting there, I'm depressed. And so one of my homeboys said, yo, just go for a walk. So I started walking. That walking turned to running. That running turned to me going to the gym. So I went from probably like 275 in February to June, I was like 215.
Okay.
So you got to think, I'm a whole different man now. You know what I mean? Like, so what's going on now? Girls are smiling in my face. And you know what that turned me into? Savage. Like I was oh man, I was awful.
Because you were not healed, so you was
I was not healed. You're right, I wasn't healed, but I didn't care at that time. I think I was like 31. I didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? Like I was out there wilding. Like you get on my nerves, yo, just don't call me no more. Boom. Like, all right, fine.
I leave my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, like shoot, block.
Y'all
okay.
savage. I couldn't do that. I'm like want to take
I was
care
a
of you
savage.
I didn't have that experience. See, now I'm kind of feeling like I done missed out on
No, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything.
Because you happily married and stuff now.
I am happily married, but I'll never have a whole phase. So I can't say that I really went and did that where I was like smashing and be like, okay, don't call me no more.
Dirt up. Don't call me. I would give you the wrong name.
And you was one of them. That's terrible.
Mine was Malik.
My fake name was Tiffany. I don't even look like a Tiffany.
I don't even look like a Malik. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, Malik, you look more like Jose, dude. Like, you know what I mean? But I think you're 100% right. That is just something you go through because you're just sitting there and you have wants, but you mentally you need to sit yourself down somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like focus on something else. And I did that for a while. I did it, and then I just started getting all this attention, like, and I wasn't used to it. You like an Alfred.
I'm an Alfred. I don't know about an Alfred.
It's terrible, man. I
You
told you they don't like me
Alfred.
on here. They don't like me at all.
And who was that who said that they were happy that social media wasn't around when they was in their phase? I just wanted to put my hand up and say I'm happy that social media wasn't around.
Oh, yes,
A lot of
absolutely.
stupid stuff that I'm glad.
Absolutely. If social media was around, oh Lord,
All my business.
I would never get a date again.
I know.
Listen, but I'll go ahead and put this out here now before somebody contact me and be then like,
go ahead, please. Thank you.
So, just in case any of y'all ever seen the show Cheaters?
Yes.
I wasn't the cheater, but
You was on
She
Cheaters?
was on
my
Cheaters.
ex-husband, yes, my it was 16 years ago, and I'm saying this because every time the show airs, people contact me like, oh, I saw you on the show. I just had somebody, I had to like block all my information because somebody reached out to me, like called my phone and was like, I saw you on the show. I was like, who is this? So yeah, I was on that show. So I was real hurt and exposed. And for a long time I was going places. I wasn't trying to be celebrity, but I was going places and people like, I saw you on the show and I saw your husband cheated on you. And I was like, and that's probably what helped me in my hoeing stage. Cause I was like, he did me wrong. He cheated on me. I was a good woman. I was doing all the cooking, the cleaning, do everything you wanted. And so I just went out there and just lost my mind for a little bit. But you know, I'm back now. You know?
back?
How did you get on Cheaters?
I lived in Texas and we used to watch it together and he'd be like, I'd never get caught on that show. And I was like, noted. and I contacted them because somebody was like, well, you don't have proof that he's cheating. And I was like, oh, okay. And I did all the research.
Yeah, she busted
women, we know these things. So I started researching. I went through all his phone records and I contacted people and I was like, this is everything I found. Y'all could do the rest. And they put a tracker on the car, caught him, you know, he was with another chick and everything. And then afterwards, like I blew up his whole spot. I contacted all the chicks because I had their phone numbers. So I messaged all of them and I was like, he married, he got a kid, da 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 da. And like,
but
yeah.
she wasn't even cute though.
She wasn't cute?
No.
Men don't care about that when they cheat.
Yeah, we really don't.
That don't even matter. I thought you want to like upgrade though.
Nah, because see, the thing is that like it's like the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not. It's the game.
For the ugly.
It's the can they get it game. Like,
yeah, can you get it? You know what I mean?
I grew up around a bunch of guys. That's why I be like that.
But you know, she could have been a thirsty chick too. She could have been the type that's sitting there like
running bubble bath.
Oh, you married? I'm gonna come in there and try to take your man. You know what I mean?
It was like 8 chicks. So and they
8 chicks.
Yeah, he had a lot.
Oh, he wasn't ready to get married. That's all that was.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. We was young and but you know, and they said they didn't know he was married. So
wow,
they could have just been telling me, but you know, whatever.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow, Cheaters. Wow, so you like a mini celebrity? That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
That's what people say.
Is the article on you? Is the episode on YouTube?
It's on there because one of my friends tracked it down. She was like, "Oh, I found it." I was like,
"All right,
that's crazy.
If you don't mind sharing it with me, I would love to see it. If it's a problem, I won't go look for it.
Listen, I don't even care. That's why I put it out there because it's just
nobody would. I don't think nobody would.
That's like it's a part of my life. It's never really gonna go away. I'm always gonna have people that hit me up like, "Hey, I saw you on there," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." And then,
well, you know
the
something.
The problem is when they want to get with you afterward. They was like, "Oh, so I'll treat you better than him." First of all, I don't even want to date you.
Yeah, they slide in the DM to holla though. That's kind of weird. That's a weird like pickup line. Hey, I saw you on Cheaters. What's up?
That is a weird pickup line.
Okay,
like, so hey, you know,
I'm like,
since your man ain't doing you right, you want to get him back? You know what I mean? What you're saying? Like, but you gotta look at it like this. At least you look the same from back then.
This is true.
You gotta seek the silver lining. You know what I mean? Like you gotta say, hey, you know what I mean? That was a few years ago, but I'm noticeable. So I still got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way you gotta look at it.
I'm gonna go.
That is crazy. Cheaters. Wow, I would have never thought that.
or ratchet. So look, okay, I've been reading the comments. What you be doing on this show? Like, how ratchet do you get? Because
Oh, I'm very ratchet.
are you? So
Yeah,
why are you
absolutely.
being all nice with us? Like, I love you too,
Because
but like,
y'all are,
come with
Because
it.
he said we're inspiring.
because
And
we're
Oh,
inspired. Look, y'all
okay,
inspired me. Like, you know
okay.
what I mean? Like, I wanted people come to me and say, "Oh, you're so hard on women. You're doing this. You're doing that." And so I wanted to show them a different side of me, so
Okay.
they could watch it and say, oh, "Okay, he's not a total asshole." You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I met y'all, and I was like, "Yo, you know something? I like y'all. We got like a little family here. We like support each other." So I thought y'all was positive. I was like, "Oh yeah, let me bring them up into the circle." You know what I mean? Get your followers up and stuff like that. So I wasn't going to go King Kong on women who are inspirational. Now, the ones that are out there talking about, plus y'all talking about cooking and all that stuff, y'all won me over. Now, the ones that's out there, like, take me out to dinner and I can't take you to Olive Garden. You know, it's something like here. These women will not allow me to take them to Olive Garden. They're like,
I don't
somebody
want to
said
go
I'm
to
being
Olive
White
Garden.
George tonight. Huh?
I don't want to go to Olive Garden.
Why you don't want to go to Olive Garden?
Why? That they don't even prepare their food there. Like everything comes pre-packaged. It's not fresh. It's not even real Italian food. See,
you
that's
come,
But
you
it's
talking to somebody who cook everything from scratch. So
I do,
she
and
is very picky about her eating.
it's
okay.
disrespectful. It's
I
disrespectful.
can respect that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I can respect that you're not liking the food. You don't like the preparation and everything. But what I don't like is that, like, why you want me? Do I have to take you to a 5-star steakhouse?
Absolutely not.
5-star me, okay? Because
I
I'm
like it though.
bougie. I'm bougie. But
Oh,
listen, let me
Yeah.
caveat this.
song.
I'm
Hold on.
bougie,
Let's
but
reel
I
it
can
back.
also I take care of myself because people be like, oh, you high maintenance, but no, I can take myself to 5-star. So I just want you to, if I'm sacrificing, if we gonna merge together and try to have a relationship, you got to be on the same level as me. So if
But
I'm
hold on,
5-star me,
song,
you got a 5-star me. We got a 5-star together.
song. On the
But it don't
first
have to be
date,
all the time though. I don't, it's not 5-star every day, but I can't,
Listen, I would rather you take me to a little hood spot than take me to Olive Garden. Now you know
thank
if you
I
you.
give me
like
a good
hood
spot.
spots too though. So
See, I'm cool with it. As long as they got some good food, I don't even care if they a little rude or whatever. As long as I'm having me some good food, I'm happy with it. But Olive Garden, no, like that's your thing. Is Olive
No,
Garden?
no, no, no. It was
No,
like
okay.
what happened was a few episodes ago. A friend of mine, he asked a lady, he wanted to go to the Olive Garden. He asked her to accompany her. She told him, no, but you can take me to these 3 venues. And they all were high-end steakhouses. And then I was like, and he was like, well, I could go. I said, yo, bruh, you don't even eat steak. Like, so what's the point? Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna go there and eat a side of macaroni and cheese and some Brussels sprouts, and she gonna be there eating a $75 steak and be happy. And then you may never even see her again.
see, that's the issue. I am not for, our first date needs to be 5-star because I think you should develop to that because that is expensive.
Right.
And some of these females, they really bougie, but they can't, you
Do
don't
it for
qualify for
themselves.
this level, baby. If you don't qualify for this level, you're not a 5-star female,
But
then you can't be getting 5-star treatment.
right.
The
That's what I'm
difference.
saying, because y'all talking about it. She's running bubble baths. You say you love to cook. So, you know what I mean? That's like, okay, well, maybe I'll take her out to this restaurant because, I'm going to be getting home cooked meals in a minute. That's inspiration. But they're looking at it like again, maintenance, like this is what you did to get me. So now this is what you need to maintain me.
Right.
But I don't think they understand is that back in the days when we was in Africa, you know what I mean? We was running around. I was a man child. I went to your father and I said, I want to marry your daughter.
Yeah.
I had to pay a bounty. I paid the bounty for his daughter because I knew his daughter was going to be a wife and take care of me. So when I go out there and field the yams, I bring them home. She cut them up and cook them, make yam soup. And then she feed me. She feed the kids, you know what I mean? And then we grow out there, you know what I mean? But the thing about it, if I'm going out there working hard and then I come home and I'm like, yo, what's for dinner? And you like, well, we going to Applebee's. I'm like, I don't want no damn Applebee's. You know what I mean?
You are
Like, oh,
absolutely
I
right,
stopped.
because if you are out, and so this is my feelings on it, and Jazz, you can, if you feel led, but if I have a man who is providing, or I'll just say from example from my previous marriage, we both work. So I had a job, he had a job. He come
Wow.
home, he play video games, and he want me to go in there, cook dinner, clean, take care of the kids and stuff. And I was like, no, because I work too. So we're gonna do this together. So either I'm gonna cook and you gonna clean, or you gonna cook and I'm gonna clean, and we're gonna take care of these kids together, because he's like, well, other people's wives, they do all this stuff. Well, other people's husbands work all day and they wives stay home and do all this stuff. But what you're not about to do is have me out here working a job to make sure I'm bringing in income to help this household, and then I got to clean the whole household by myself. No, sir, we're not doing that. So
I agree.
if you're gonna be that chick and you want a man that's gonna take you to 5-star restaurants, then what are you bringing? I see this real, and I haven't done it because I don't necessarily believe in it, but a lot of people say, oh, what do you bring to the table? And they say, I am the table. What kind of table are you though? Like, what kind of table are you? What's on this table that you're bringing? Because if it's just sex, he can get sex anywhere, baby.
Thank you. Woo, hallelujah.
I mean, it's tough for somebody. I can get dick from any guy. So what are you bringing to the table? He can get pussy from any woman.
Right.
What are you bringing to the table?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, dude. People want partners.
Right.
That's gonna be an asset to the right. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I can go to dinner alone.
I'll go to a 5-star restaurant by myself.
Absolutely. So if you're gonna come with me, what are you bringing for me? And when you ask women this, why is it a big deal for them to get so mad and say, how can you ask me what I'm bringing to the table? Because it's like, yo, well, I know what you want from me. Are you going to meet my needs too? I'm just asking, ladies, like, why do ladies get mad when they saying what's going on and what you bringing to the table?
My gosh, because that's what they've been trained to say and trained to think. And, I'm going to just speak on just not having no daddy and trying to just figure all this stuff out. So you watching TV, right? You see these men take these women to these restaurants and you thinking, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. But you're not realizing this is just TV. This is real. Like, real life is totally different from TV. So as you're trying to develop yourself as a woman and you're trying to figure it out, like, I tried all that crap too. But just like Song said, like, if you can't take yourself to fine dining establishments, how dare you? How dare you expect somebody else to go and take you? You don't even know how to act, talk, walk up in the fine dining establishment. So it's like you level up on your own. And the best thing for you to do is go take yourself to the 5-star, get your experience with it for yourself, and then you can start to expect that. But once you do, you are expected to elevate the caliber of woman that you are, and then you will attract somebody that's going to help you to elevate and be at a higher level anyway. So then if you're talking about going out to eat or going to these places, he already doing that anyway. And you ain't got to be begging. You ain't got to open up your legs and give them some to take you to the places. It's just something that you just do. But hey, look, if you at the Olive Garden, go to the Olive Garden, do you, but you just got to be clear on what it is that you're wanting. And again, what do you bring to the table? Don't just be here like because you cute and got eyelashes and fake hair and stuff like that. Like, that's not enough. Like, what about you is going to make him want to go take you to these type of places and wine and dine you and do all, like, it has to just be something about you, just period.
Well,
if you don't work on the inside of you, you're not going to attract somebody that is at that level that's willing to spend that money. Like, you want somebody that's spending money like that every day, taking you on shopping sprees and stuff like that. You have to heal on the inside of you to even attract anybody at that level, unless you get in somebody that's like doing illegal stuff, and then that's a whole different.
I had dope boys too. What's up? Yes. I'm from the South, but my mama always was like, I need a thug, and I don't know where I got it from, thinking I needed a thug, but that's all that I needed was thugs and niggas with money.
Wow. Wow. So it's safe to say she has a past. Okay.
I do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
But so can I ask you a question? If you feel like
they are still on Olive Garden.
People, the Olive Garden is, we need, shout out to Olive Garden. I'm looking for the sponsorship because, I talk about you every week, definitely throw some sponsorship dollars on my way. Somebody tag the Olive Garden in this. But what I'm going to say is that would you go on a date that was Dutch?
I've never done a Dutch date.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've never had anybody say, "Hey, you gonna cover your part?" I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'll cover my own part. That just lets me know where your mindset is. Like, oh, okay. Because if you invited me on this date, it's different. If like, hey, we gonna meet at this place and just hang out, versus, hey, can I take you on a date? And then we get there, and you like, so you gonna pay your half? Ooh. No, you invited me, so you should be paying.
Right. And now I agree. I don't think I ever went Dutch. Now, I remember when I was in college, I did go out with somebody. I ain't had no money. She ended up paying. I felt kind of bad about that. But, I was a young man. I was broke. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't know. My mom said she was going to give me something, and then it didn't work out. But, but the thing about it is like, it wasn't on purpose, Now, I apologize to you. I forget your name and all that stuff, but I'm sorry. If I see you, I'm definitely going to hit you with that $25.
Baby pictures.
Who
is Superman?
Oh, Superman is.
Why he gotta see baby pictures though before he spend money on a woman?
Oh,
see what you really look like, because people be
okay. I'm not going to tell his story, but there was an incident that something appeared, and it wasn't what it seemed. What they weren't who they seemed. So he wants to see baby pictures from now on because we gotta, we gotta do.
Are you talking about like, did the person go through like a sex change or something?
Superman, if you want to come up here and talk your story, you're more than welcome to.
I'm just wondering,
Well, I don't, something. I don't want to tell a story. I'm asking him if he wants to come up on here and talk about it. If he doesn't, that's totally up to him. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm just reading the comments now
with dating and stuff because you don't even know.
He said no. We're leaving it alone. All right. It wasn't that bad, but we definitely want to see the whole facts now. You know what I mean? Definitely want to see the whole. I need to see baby pictures now. You know what I mean? Things is just, we're in a different world these days. People aren't what they seem.
I'm glad I don't have to date no more because if I got to see your baby pictures,
but it happens to women. Yo, I seen a dude. I seen a video. This guy was born a woman. Yo, beard thicker than mine, bald head, muscles, diesel. Like, yo, but it ain't. I mean, this is 2020. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This is why you just gotta stay to yourself because I got trust issues.
I got trust issues too, man. I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust my mama. I'm joking. I trust my mom. I love my mom very dearly. Shout out to my mom. I don't let her watch the show. She be trying to get it. That's why I do it on Instagram because she don't know how to use Instagram. Facebook, she be on here talking about me, calling me by my middle name. Be like, what are you doing? Why are you talking like that? I'll be like, yo, it's entertaining. She be like, nah, I don't approve. So, I'm just gonna say, okay. But no, I just, like,
I'm loving the comments. Somebody talk about having fake hairlines and stuff.
Oh yeah, guys they got the man weave now.
Yes, I done seen that.
Like
and like his hair got wet and it was like dripping down. I can't. I was like,
yeah, they got the man weave. Like if you got a bald head or receding hairline like me, they'll shave it all down and they'll put like a big afro cut on there. They'll give them waves. They can give them the good grain of hair. They'll match your grain of hair. It's crazy.
I can't.
Stay married. Like I'm telling you, it's bad out here. It's bad out here. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. It's really bad out here. I tell everybody, if you married, stay married because things are crazy. What do y'all do for a living? Well, you're gonna have to rewind because we went over that already.
If you go to our pages, we talk about
follow them. Everybody, please follow these young ladies. They are awesome. Not only they're down to earth, they cover every subject. Like they are beautiful women. And once again, I thank y'all for coming up here with me because something, I saw y'all up there talking and I was like, wow, these girls are awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think I got up the next day eager to do something. You know what I mean? Like I was productive. You know what I mean? Then I ate a pizza and I fell back to sleep. But for that first 4 hours, y'all had me going. I was like, man. So I definitely thank y'all ladies for stopping by.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Everybody follow these ladies. Tell them the podcast. Where can we listen to your podcast and all that stuff?
Jazz.
Oh,
Can y'all hear me?
I'm all in the comments.
Yeah, the comments are off the chain over here.
I love the comments. Yo, your comments
yeah.
lit.
Yeah, the comments be crazy. This is mild. This is very mild.
So
yeah.
Can you bring us back on here when you're not mild and when we?
Oh, you want to? Oh, absolutely. Next week.
Because now I feel like I got left out of some serious conversations and stuff.
She want to be ratchet.
No.
Oh, you wanted to be ratchet? You should have told me.
No, I don't want to be ratchet, but I can get in the.
Yes, they are beautiful women. I think Jazz is married.
I am.
Song is.
I am in the garage.
In the garage? What does that mean?
I'm not in the streets. I'm not in the streets.
Oh, so she's in a relationship.
No, she ain't in a relationship.
I'm not in a relationship, but I am single. I just be messing with y'all. I'm good.
She's single. You know what I mean? Trust me. If you come to her, come correct, because she will find out your bullshit.
Very much.
She got experience. Somebody said, open that garage up.
And she got crazy people around her too. So
yeah. Her cousin was definitely country. They from Mississippi, I believe, and I'm from
LA.
You from LA?
Yeah.
So hold on, how did y'all get together? How did y'all?
My uncle married her mama.
But okay, so did y'all live in the same town at one point?
Well, not the same town. We live in the same state now. We both are in Arizona.
Okay.
But yeah, when my uncle, because my whole family is in Cali and her mom is in Cali. And so when they got married, that's how we connected. And we just been, good, except for that hiatus when she was acting real funny, and didn't talk to me. But other than that, we've been good. So.
Wow. They said, I see the carrot on Princess Jasmine. They already seen it. Smart man. She's off the market.
Oh, yeah.
She's off the market, but she liked the ratchet. She's not doing anything, but she'll damn sure watch. She'll watch y'all go crazy. You know what I mean? So if y'all want to do that, but song is from LA. I hear LA women are really cool. That's what I always heard.
That's what they tell me,
That's what I hear.
And crazy.
Cool and crazy.
Cool and crazy, yeah. Now, is it real? Because my experience with LA women is watching Baby Boy. He was like Yvette, you know what I mean? Or her friend, you know what I mean? Or Peanut, or whatever. So I don't know too much about LA women.
I think twice a week I'll be over here screaming, I hate you, Johnny!
She does. She does. Really. It's a real thing.
Wow. That is crazy. So it's really like that out there. I'm gonna go to LA. I should have went to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? But COVID really stopped me from doing stuff like that.
Yeah, COVID.
Because it would have been. I didn't. Matter of fact, I don't really pay attention to the NFL, and I just found out it was in LA last week. And then I'm like, oh snap! The Rams is playing in the Rams. That's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? But oh well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be doing it. Somebody said old ass. Damn man. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Hey, I'm getting there. LA Liddy. Shout out to my cousin Munch McBucks. He be in LA all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, ladies, yeah, I will invite y'all back when we having a ratchet ass conversation. I'm gonna plan something super ratchet for you, okay?
Oh,
because
Lord.
I definitely have some ratchet stuff coming up. I'm playing double O. So, but I'm gonna let y'all ladies go. I'm gonna say thank y'all once again, everybody. This is Jazz and Song of the Mask Off podcast. Oh, hold on a second. Where can we listen to? Where we can follow your pod?
So
Where
we
can
are
we?
on Song. You gotta help me. We're on Spotify. We're on
We
Apple
on all the podcast
Podcasts.
platforms.
We
We have
everywhere.
our live recordings are on our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel, and then on Instagram. And then, like I say, any podcast. And then we also have individual platforms. So you can follow me on my Instagram, it's Inspiring Beauty Keepsakes. And then on my YouTube and Facebook, it's Inspiring Beauty and Believers. And that's where I talk about healing toxic relationships and parental abandonment issues and all that nitty gritty stuff, getting into like why you crazy and why you keep getting in these jacked up relationship stuff.
Well,
And then Jazz
Mm.
platform is Jasmine Tamia, and Jazz will keep you laughing while praying for you and telling you need Jesus.
pretty
All
much.
right. Okay, so after this episode, after we end this, please send me y'all information so I can put it up there when I post the live, okay? Because I definitely want people to follow y'all.
Definitely.
All right, ladies, but that's it. Everybody, we're going to say good night. I thank you for people for tuning in. It's been a good time with the ladies of the Mask Off podcast. Anything y'all want to say before y'all go real quick?
We love y'all. We've had a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for having us.
Thank
This
you.
was
You're
fun.
very welcome, ladies.
And thank
Well,
you for
thank
taking
you.
the mask off.
Yeah, the mask off. Yeah, like y'all was so. Yeah, I really appreciate y'all for letting the hair down and being vulnerable and having a baby in the corner. I see her.
I know,
Hi,
she just woke
cutie.
up.
Oh, okay.
She liked to be
Well,
in the recordings too. So
yeah, wasn't she in the last recording running around? Yep. Beautiful. Well, all right, ladies, we're gonna get off. Everybody, if you want to hear more, please watch the replay. And I believe everybody who watches me, I'll be back Saturday night. I have a special guest. I'm doing a special podcast. We're gonna be talking about something. And I will bring something ratchet for people because people love the ratchetness. So, all right, we're out. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
bye.
Bye.